What's good? We back. It's about Clint Gamore talking about Mikey Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. I know a lot of people probably already spoke on this, but get my 2 cents on it. Gervonta Tank Davis actually reached out to Mikey Garcia to come out and train at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy and see how he's living. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. I'm back on the boxing grind. And I think it's smart. I think it's showing maturity on Tank. Most people say, oh, Gervonta Tank Davis going to spar Mikey Garcia, and that's the headline. But in actuality, it's really not. It's, Gervonta Tank Davis is trying to get that experience of other, professional camps and how to carry yourself as a professional. And I think, and I hope this is a sign of maturity. I'm gonna link the article. I'm gonna link the interview that Mikey did with ES News. Shout out to Ellie Sack back one time for the one time. And he said that I used to go to other camps and see how other champions worked out and see how they did. And he said that when Tank reached out to him, he said, you come out anytime. He said they plan on setting something up in February. He can come out for a week or two, eat, train and see how they live and see how they do things. And I think that's a wonderful thing that Tank is trying to do. It's not the simple fact that Tank is looking to learn the style or look for a new trainer. Is looking for something different. And that's what the great ones do. The great ones take something from, different old champions and try to implement it into their game. And a lot of people are shocked when, to get off topic, that Anthony Joshua said that he watched a lot of the smaller guys and he took something away from their game, and he watched Canelo Alvarez and he liked to think things in his game. And same thing for Tank. I mean, you got to see what other people are doing and acclimating into your game to make you that much better. Because if you stay in your circle and you continue to do things your way, I mean, how you not gonna know if it's another better way to do things? Maybe they may have another way of doing things. They might like to train in the gym first and run last, or they might do things a certain way. They might stretch a certain way, or he might look at their team camaraderie and do things. And it's similar to the NFL. Bill Belichick goes to colleges and study college coaches and try to pick up what's the new trend from them. And you take something from each tree and each leaf, and you get something different. And it's showing a big maturity by Gervonta Tank Davis by going out there and learning something from Mikey Garcia, and possibly they're probably gonna spar and take away from what he does. Because Marcus Madonna, when he went out to the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy, and they totally rebuilt his game up. And he became a totally different fighter, and it shocked a lot of people from where they took his skill level at to where it was at when he retired and fought Floyd and fought Adrian Broner. And maybe Tank may look out there and say, you know what, this may be a place I want to train at and be a part of, and I might want to go out here and fight with these guys. But I don't think it's that. But it might have a big impact on him like that. Might what he want to do. But I think it's just something to see, he likes what he sees from coming from that boxing academy and all the different champions and different, guys that they spawning out there and how good a Mikey Garcia can be. And you're supposed to follow in the footsteps of world champions and people that are above you and that are ahead of you and where you want to be in your professional boxing career. So hopefully, he takes advantage of that. And basically, I mean, everybody can't do what Floyd do. And I know a lot of people gonna say that, well, he got Floyd Mayweather and those champions in Vegas. But maybe that's something that may not be working for him right now. Maybe he want to see what they doing over there and they having success, and maybe he want to mimic that and take a little bit from that and then put it into his camp, because it's coming where he's gonna have open his gyms and he gonna take his training camp away from Las Vegas or Baltimore, and he gonna do his own thing, and he gonna have his close tight knit group if he continues to stay winning and get on top. So you want to see how other champions conduct their camp and what they doing to stay in shape, and what's the new technology that they using. And what some of the old school tricks that might, amidst you in your career and what they doing, and possibly take his coach up there and see what they doing. It's never a bad thing to try to improve and implement what other champions, what other successful camps are doing. So, I commend Gervonta Tank Davis if he really goes through with it and see what Mikey is doing and continue to make the rounds, because I know he looks at Barry Hunter and Kevin Cunningham and Mike Stafford as that family, but sometimes you got to step outside your circle and see what the competition is doing, or seeing what other your peers is doing. And maybe it's something that you might not have found out about until 5, 6, 7 years in your career. When you're old lion, when you're a young lion, if you just would have went out there and picked some of these guys' brain, you could have had that information and been that much dangerous early in your career. So at the end of the day, most people is putting the emphasis on sparring. when I watched the video, it was putting an emphasis on how to carry yourself as a professional and how we do things out here in Oxnard, California, and why we so successful, and see if you can pick up on some of this and implement this into your game and continue to be successful on a world championship level and get back to being a world championship fighter and be more professional and not lose on the scales and lose your title that way. So let me know what y'all think. Remember, the interview is in the description. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow with the Boxing Clinic. We gone.